boys and girls. It's me again, Piper. I'm feeling a little down today because, well, if I'm being honest, this week's reading is called Amazing Animals, and, well, no one asked me to be in it. And I think I'm a pretty amazing animal. I guess we should just get on with the lesson. Well, this week we're going to read our first nonfiction text together. I like to read fiction or stories like Frog and Toad or stories about my friend Pauline and her beautiful chicks. But I really love nonfiction or informational readings. When I read nonfiction or informational text, I like to think about the main idea of each heading and the important details that support it. Mommy made this chart for me to keep track of all the information I learn about each animal from this reading. Hopefully it will help you too. This week's reading is called Amazing Animals by Gwendolyn Hooks. Gwendolyn wrote this story because she loves animals. This story is about wild animals, she explains. I don't own any wild animals, but I do have a pet cat. Since this is a nonfiction or informational text, that means it's going to give us information and facts in the words. It also means that there will be photographs that will show us real animals. Let's get started. Amazing Animals by Gwendolyn Hooks. As I read this to you, you might want to think about, why do some animals have spots or stripes or green dew claws? Just something to think about. Big eyes, long beak, thick fur, big squeak. Animals get a lot of help as they grow up. Let's find out about 8 amazing animals. Polar bear. That's the heading, or also the main idea of this section. A polar bear has thick fur. Each hair is like a tube. The hair has no color, like glass. The sun makes it look white. How does thick white fur help? How do you think the color of their fur helps polar bears? The thick fur helps polar bears to stay warm. The color of their fur looks the same as snow. This helps them hide. Hey, were you right about why the color of the polar bear's fur is helpful? Good job. Where does this cute young polar bear like to hide? Let's take a look at our chart. Our main idea is polar bears. Polar bears have thick, tube-like fur. That's a detail. The thick fur keeps them warm. That's another detail. And their white-looking fur helps them hide. There's our third detail about polar bears. Our next animal we're going to learn about is the elephant. An elephant has a long nose. The nose is called a trunk. It takes many years for an elephant to grow 2 big teeth. These are called tusks. How do tusks and a trunk help an elephant? Let's use the context clues or the words in the sentence to see if we can figure out what this word means. What are tusks? How do elephants use their tusks? Elephants use their tusks to scrape bark off trees. Then they eat the bark. The elephants are learning to use their trunks to get water. Sometimes they will spray water at a friend. I play with the water in my water bowl all the time, and I get in trouble for splashing it all on the ground. One thing I'm noticing in this reading is that the first page of every animal ends with a question. I wonder if that happens in a lot of nonfiction books. Maybe as I keep reading, you can see if that pattern continues throughout the rest of this reading. Now let's talk about camels. Some camels have one hump. Some have two. All camels have 2 rows of eyelashes. How do the humps and thick eyelashes help? A camel's hump has fat inside. On long trips, a camel's body uses the fat for food. A camel's eyelashes keep out the desert sand. This baby camel will follow his mother when the herd goes from place to place. Now let's look at our chart again. The main idea of this section is camels. One detail is camels have 1 or 2 humps. Another detail is that the humps store fat, and that is used as food for long trips. Can you find a third detail about camels from that reading? Next, we learn about the duck. A duck is a bird. It has 2 feet, and each foot has 3 toes. A duck has a beak, too. How do feet and a beak help a duck? Ducks use their feet to swim in the water or walk on land. They use their beaks to eat plants and bugs. Look! This duck uses her beak to clean her friend. Aww, that's so sweet. Can you find any R-controlled vowel words on this page? Any words that have ER, OR, AR, or IR in them? I see one. Oh, I see another. Can you find them? Hey, the word giraffe has an R-controlled vowel in it. It has IR that makes the A giraffe has spots. A giraffe has a long neck. How do spots and a long neck help? Do you know the main idea of this section? A giraffe's spots help it hide. A giraffe's long neck helps it reach the leaves of trees. This giraffe's long neck helps her reach her baby. She gives him a big kiss. Can you recall a detail or two that you learned about giraffes from this text? Can you name the main idea and give 1 or 2 details about this next section? Let's give it a try. Ooh, I see this page has lots of R-controlled vowels on it, like OR that makes the OR sound. Ooh, and I even see an AR, like an R. Ooh, maybe you can find them too. Porcupine. A porcupine has soft quills when it is born. The quills get sharp in a day or 2. How do quills help? Quills help keep a porcupine safe. If an animal begins to come too close, the porcupine backs into it. The sharp quills hurt. tell this cub to stay away. I know I would stay away from that. So, do you know what the main idea of this section is? Can you give a detail or two to support that main idea? Maybe you can make a chart like mine and even write it down. Turtle? That has an R-controlled vowel in it too. The U-R makes the sound. Turtle. A turtle has a shell that is very hard. How does a hard shell help? A turtle can hide inside its shell from an animal that may hurt it. The turtle waits until the animal goes away. Then the turtle comes back out. You're safe now, turtle. How'd you do this time? Are you able to identify the main idea of this section and some details to support it? Ooh, a dolphin. Now, I would agree a dolphin is an amazing animal. Kind of like me. Dolphin. A dolphin's tail has two parts called flukes. A dolphin has two flippers. How do tail flukes and flippers help? A dolphin flips its tail flukes up and down to swim fast. It uses its flippers to turn to the left or right. These two dolphins swim away fast. Who will be first? Have fun, dolphins! So there you have it. Only 8 amazing animals of the many amazing animals here on Earth. Like me. I don't know about you, but I learned a lot from that reading. Like why elephants have long noses, or why I will always stay far away from porcupines. I hope you learned some things too. Now, I do have some things to discuss with you, like questions or topics to discuss about amazing animals, but I do have a new idea. I want you to answer this first question for me. You can answer any other questions you'd like also, but you must do this first one. Write it down and then send it to your teacher by email. Mommy says someone might have to help you take a picture of it to send to your teacher. Wow, I'm not sure what any of that means, but I am sure you do. Don't forget, start every sentence with a capital letter, use spaces between your words, and use your punctuation, especially at the end of each sentence. I wrote down the questions this time, hoping that it helps you. Are you ready? Number 1, I want you to choose one of the animals we read about and tell me all about them. What information did you learn from this reading about that animal? Here's a hint. Remember the chart we were using? I wonder if that might help you organize your ideas. I don't know. It's just a thought. Number 2, if you could have one of these animals as a pet, which would you choose, and why would you choose it? Number 3, how many R-controlled vowels can you find in the reading? Can you write them down? Maybe put them in alphabetical order? Maybe you could pick 2 animals we read about, draw a picture of each one of them, and label those pictures. Then you could write a few sentences comparing or contrasting those animals. That would be cool. Well, I'm really excited to see what you come up with for that first question and anything else you want to share. Don't forget to send that to your teacher sometime this week. Until next time, friends. Bye-bye.